it is spooky season. Hi guys, I'm Tia. If you're new here, if you're not, then welcome back. Today we are going to be doing our spooky slash cozy autumn vibe TBR for October. Now, I don't have a lot of like spooky books, but I feel like October is like spooky dark vibes and obviously like a bit autumnal as well. So I thought instead of doing like a TBR pick out a card, I'm gonna pick my own TBR this month, and I want to do all like the dark, I'm thinking like to do some dark romance vibes, and yeah, vibes that give me sort of like October, spooky, autumn slash fall, wherever you're from, vibes. And yeah, let's get into it. I've already got a couple that I know 100% I want to put on here, but I'm gonna pick a few more as well. So as always, I'm going to try and pick about 5. We'll see how we get on. I will do a quick rundown of my September TBR and how we've gotten on with that. We aren't finished in September yet, so when I'm filming this it is the 21st. So but I know what I'm going to be reading for the rest of the month, so that's why I want to do my October TBR now. But obviously I do have a little bit of time left to get through the TBR, so well, you'll see. I'll tell you what I've done so far, and then obviously when I do my wrap up of September we can see if I did all of them or not. So I'm going to put them up here as we go. The first one was Birthday Girl, which I did read. I think I read it before before August actually ended, but tick. Then we had Gloves Off, which I did read also, and I loved that. Then we had Powerless by Elsie Silver, which I haven't got around to yet, but I'm hoping I can read it before the end of September, so that one is pending. Then we have Neon Gods, which again I'm hoping I can read this week at some point as well, because like I said, I do have a few days, or we still have like a week left of September. I had to think what month we were in then. Then we had Give Me More, which I don't know if we're going to get around to, but your girl can only hope and pray. And then we have Zodiac Academy, The Awakening as Top of the Boys, which I'm currently reading at the moment. I think I'm about 55% through, so that one I will get finished this month. Then we had Mile High, which again I did read and I absolutely loved it. And then I did add Quicksilver back on that list, which I did get around to as well. So 5 out of the guaranteed 8 books I feel like was good, and then like I said, 3 more which hopefully I can get around to at least 2 of those, but I might push to see if I can get all 3 so I can actually complete a TBR for the month. But that's the ones that we did read. So without further ado, let's get on to my October reads, guys. That's what you're all here for. So the first one I'm going to add is That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. This one I have heard my favourite booktuber Belle talk about so much, and it's also a thriller, guys, so it is giving spooky October Halloween vibes. And this is about a girl who basically, I think she gets amnesia, she doesn't know who she is. She goes to the police station and this guy comes and has all this information, like her birth certificate, everything, and says that he's her dad. And the police are like, well, okay, well, let her go with him, because I think this girl is like a teenager or 18 or something, I'm not really sure how old she is, but she's not young. And they say, okay, well, let her go with him, like he's got all the proof to show that he's her dad. And that's as far as I'm aware. That's what's going on. So that is as far as I know, but obviously it's a thriller, so I'm assuming not always going to be as it seems, but I'm excited to read this, guys. Next we have The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. So my friend Gemma has been begging me to read this. It is a dark romance, and she says that she was absolutely obsessed with this, that she ended up, so she read the first book I think a while back, never picked up the rest, then she read the second book and then she just binged everything. And so I'm excited to go into this. From what I know, like I said, it's a dark romance and it's also like secret society, but like it's giving spooky dark vibes. Okay, the next one I'm going to add, guys, is actually That Sick Love by Jessica Hall. I mean, that cover alone is giving dark. And I think I'm actually might buy this on Audible because I've heard that the audiobook for this is really good. And I don't know much about this one apart from that it is a dark romance. It's a bit of a chunky one, but I can't wait to read this one, guys, because like I said, I've been wanting to do the audiobook for this for so long. Okay guys, and then I'm gonna do Feathers So Vicious by Liz Zander. Also, how cute is this spray edge? This I believe is a YG, so there's 2 guys and then a girl. I also think it's more like a fantasy vibe, so I think one of the main characters turns into like a crow, I think is what I know. And I think one of the guys is like good cop and the other one's bad cop, so I think he's like wanting to break her. It's giving like a bit of a bully romance, but the cover is just screaming like Halloween, darkness. That's the vibes we're going for. And then finally, my friend Gemma has been begging me to read, and it's also something I really have been wanting to read. I'm going to finally start the Edge of Darkness trilogy. So this is Insatiable by Lee Rivers. From what I know, it's very heartbreaking. It's between the MMC and FMC, who used to date years ago, and they broke up for reasons that I'm sure like we'll find out later on. But it's not a fluffy romance, it's a dark romance, and also it's like heartbreaking apparently. So I'm not ready for it, but I've heard it's very good, and I really want to read this so I can get on to the other like spin-offs like Little Liar, Little Stranger, and then obviously Tobias' story in Psychotic Obsession. And I have a feeling this is going to be 5-star. So I have my predictions, guys, is that this one is going to be 5-star, and I feel like Feathers So Vicious might be 5-star as well. The other ones I have no expectations, but this is what we have. So we have That's Not My Name, The Ritual, That's It Love, Feathers So Vicious, and Insatiable. So we've got 4 dark romances and a thriller. So I feel like that is a good bundle and section for this TBR. Please tell me, guys, which one do I need to read first? I am completely at your mercy. Please tell me. That's it, guys. That is my October TBR done. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, hit like, subscribe, and you can follow me on BookTok and Bookstagram at tias_book_corner.